مساء الخير. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers, the audience, my colleagues, and who helped me to prepare this presentation to present the CMA CGM for you. I'm going to give you a quick brief about what we're going to talk about. I'll be short, precise, to the point. We have been invited to submit a solution and share our expertise and learn from you what your needs are to develop some solutions. So our presentation will talk about CMA CGM, introduce it very quickly through the founder, a short video, and then we're going to talk about digitalization and the solution we're suggesting to help you make more exports and for your cargo to reach its destinations through the suggestion we're going to make. First of all, we'd like to thank AFA for this kind invitation, and we think as CMA CGM that it is very good for organizations to speak and have a dialogue to develop solutions. CMA CGM was founded by Mr. Jack Saada in 1987, and he has embedded core values in the DNA of the group, which is boldness, initiative, imagination, and integrity, and this has been ongoing since the start until now.
CMA CGM, a global leader in shipping and logistics, with over 110,000 employees in 160 countries, 528 vessels, 200 shipping lines, calling 420 ports, operating 750 warehouses, carrying 21 million TEUs. The group owns a diverse portfolio of brands and subsidiaries for both maritime and logistics activities. Together, we are a global force, deeply committed towards the environment. From 2005 to 2015, we already reduced our carbon emissions by 50% and are on track to reduce it a further 30% by 2025. CMA CGM is leading the way in energy transition, as it recently launched the world's largest LNG container ship, the CMA CGM Jacques Saada, in honor of the group's founder. Furthermore, Rodolphe Saada, the group's CEO, announced that the CMA CGM fleet will not use the Northern Sea route, reaffirming the group's commitment to protecting the future of the planet. The year 1983 marked the beginning of CMA CGM's relationship with Egypt, when its liners first passed through the Suez Canal. And in 1995, the company established a firm foothold in the country, with its head office in Cairo and presence in 6 cities, employing 245 people. CMA CGM offers extensive maritime and logistics services across Egypt, with 15 weekly services, with 20 calls to the world from ports across the country. 2015 was a high watermark. The new Suez Canal opened its lanes, and CMA CGM inaugurated the occasion by being the first to ply its waters. Today, over 800 of its vessels cross the Suez Canal every year. CMA CGM Group remains committed to the Egyptian market, delivering best-in-class service to our customers and forging strong relationships with our partners. CMA CGM, Egypt is our gateway to the world. CMA CGM.
Now a quick view about the group. CMA CGM is, we just acquired Siva, one of the biggest logistics suppliers, to be able to give end-to-end solution for our customers. I'd like also to state that we remain strongly committed to the environment. Our carbon emission we are committed to reduce it. We are not using the North Pole route to continue to be environment oriented. This is the overall picture of the group CMA and SEVA. With the combination of CMA and SEVA, we are able to give shipping solutions, port activities, logistic intermodal, and support activities, which is enabling us to give end-to-end solution, as I said, for our customers. This is the vision that Rodolphe Saada, our new CEO, who took over after Mr. Saada, introduced, which is shipping the future. It has 4 core pillars, which is customer centricity, maritime, inland and logistic development, innovation, digitalization, agile organization, and human expertise. To do this, we have launched 3 initiatives. One of them is called the Product Lab. Product Lab is a team in the head office in France, in which sales, commercial, and customer service people worldwide are giving their ideas and thoughts based on discussions with the clients to how to meet their needs and demands in a changing world. And then this is coupled by the digital lab, how to digitalize this. And then the Z box, which is a box for all new ideas in the group, initiatives by the teams. As we all see that everybody is moving towards digitalization, blockchain, data, big data, so we are going in the same route because this is what our clients need, and this is what is the vision that we took 2.5 years ago, which is to do this, to transform to a 100% digital agency. The journey has been concluded, and I will show you how we're doing this. Before digitalization, we found out that there is 80 touch points between our client from placing a booking until receiving his shipment in port of discharge. So this is too much. It takes too long. It takes a long time. Plus, there are delays, there are vacations, so it is a process that needs to be trimmed. This is why we went through the digitalization to shorten this time. We have what we call the omni-channel, is that our clients will be able to contact us by phone, by WhatsApp, by email, or whatever, but this will go to one single channel and will create a ticket for the client to monitor the response time and ensure that service is rendered within clear KPIs. The 100% digital journey includes My Price, which any client can go and they can ask for a price, and the price will be given very quickly because your price is going to be related to the volume, to the destination, so the process is very easy. There is feasibility, and this will come later, is that you can trace your containers movement all the time. E-invoice, click and book, paperless BL, and e-payment. I'm going a little bit quickly to focus a little bit on the solution, which part of it was introduced by Bashar before me, and we think that as partners, we're going to elaborate a little bit more about how can we make use of this solution in Egypt and along in your countries also. We have value-added services, which are services not done port to port. This is why we acquired SEVA. This is the group of services. It's ready here for your reference to check it. It includes cargo guarantee, reflux, track-SAT to track the container, network services, control tower. This is one of them. Traxa is a device which is, this has been initiated by CMA and a technical partner to trace the containers and give you real-time visibility about where your box is. This was a little bit very quick glance about the group, what we are, how did we start, where we are, and how we are going to move to digitalization. Now we want to talk about the solution that we're suggesting. This is a map showing the number of export and import containers in some of the major Arab countries producing fertilizer. And on the right-hand side of the screen, there is the import to export ratio. For example, if we take Algeria, for each one container exported, there is 27 containers import. The source is IHS, and this is 2018 figures. We just wanted to illustrate this to see that we are unfortunately more importing countries than exporting countries. And we want to make an opportunity out of this. So if you get the total is, there is about 11 million TEUs of import and 6 million TEUs of export. A TEU is a total equivalent 20 units. So 140 is 2 TEUs, 120 is 1 TEU. So there is about 6 million TEUs empty in our countries that needs to be exported. So how can we make use of this? Majority of our imports are 40 footers and majority of our exports are 20 footers. So you will need to wait, if you're a 20 footer exporter, you need to wait until your 20 footer is positioned outside of your country, in our case for Egypt. Waiting means that there is an opportunity lost, plus the demand on the 20 is much higher for export than the 40. So the rates will be slightly higher. So what we're suggesting is to think 40 footer. Same as what my colleague Bashar said before, is that we're suggesting the same loading mechanism. The only thing we want to make use of is to use the 40 footer available, and at the end there are cost issues involved, but we want to make at the end the cost per ton in a 40 footer close to the cost per ton in a 20 footer and in comparison to general cargo, because when you use this equipment, first of all, the shipping lines in general, they want to evacuate it. If they evacuate it full, so this is better for them. This will reduce the cost of positioning and will create opportunities for the exporters, fertilizer exporters. Plus, you don't have to use the sacks. You don't have to use the labor to stuff the containers. So if we take the whole cycle, I think it's workable. And as a proof of concept, we did something close to around 840 footers last year of fertilizer from Egypt. So for this to work, it has to be a dialogue between the shipper, the consignee, and the shipping lines. And you have to have the same setup at port of load and the same setup at port of discharge, is that you need to have a yard, you need to stack the material, to have a loader, a belt conveyor to feed the cargo into the container. We thank you very much for your time, and in cooperation with the AFA, we are willing to explain the concept more and go into the figures, see what needs to be done to make this useful. Thank you very much.